Hello, my beautiful Virgos. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing, Virgo? Y'all got a minute with me. Y'all can y'all give me a little bit of your time. Grab your tea, coffee, whatever you're drinking. Relax. I got a little story time for you. Now, it's this is some good stuff. This is facts. This is truth. But Spirit Guides God laid it on my heart to tell Virgos of my of me being transparent of my testimony. I could have opened up my live channel and I could have told the world. But for some reason God wanted me to just tell Virgo. I don't know if it's because I feel so connected to y'all. But and I feel connected to all the other ones, all the other signs as well, but mainly to you as well, to you, Virgo. And I'm gonna be transparent with you. One thing about Virgos, we wear it well, and I wear it well. I don't look like nothing I've been through. Virgo, I just need you to just listen very closely, because this is story time. This may give a lot of you a different insight on life. Really thank God for your life. Really start living your life. Okay? A person can't judge a person by the cover of the book. I've been through a lot in the last week. 1 week, I've been through a roller coaster. I'm standing here before you. I'm sitting here before you, Virgo, to let you know that miracles happen every day. You got to trust and believe. Your life can change overnight, either for the better or for the worse. That does happen. In my situation, my life changed for the worse. People say, how do you smile? I've been through so much. That's why I made the video. I've been through a lot in my life. And you look at me and people look at me and you may even look at me and think that I don't have a care in the world. And like I said, if you haven't checked out the audio vocal for Virgo, a lot of you that's watching, new cross watchers, new viewers, check out that. It's blacked out. It's a dark video. It's not showing my face or nothing. I'm just talking to you. I just want you to know that your situation that you're in, it can change overnight for the better. And so I'm going to be very transparent with you. That's why I say, I hope you got time. I hope you got time. Because I got a testimony. And I'm not looking for sympathy. I just need your understanding. I need you to feel what I'm saying. Okay? I love you guys. Let's get to it. So 2 weeks ago, I was having pains in my shoulders, my arm. I could barely move my arm. I've been having that pain for a while. It's been about a year. But the work that I do is constantly repetitive. So I'm thinking it's work. Then I realized I had a knot on it was way bigger than that. It was setting up like that. And it was just hurting. I couldn't move my arm. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do anything. This was 2 weeks ago. This was actually my daughter, on my youngest daughter's birthday. She actually took me to the doctor at urgent care. And so they told me, they said, oh, probably got a lot to do with, the muscles, and I probably got tendonitis in the shoulder. So they gave me a shot and said, follow up with your doctor. So day after Valentine's Day, I followed with my doctor, my family doctor, and I told him I'm having pains. I'm a pain in my arm here. I said, and like I said, it was bigger. It was bigger here, okay? Because they put me on medicine for it, okay, to get the inflammation down and everything. And it's actually this shoulder, but it was sitting up a lot larger than that. So I went to, my family doctor, and I told him. So he said, let's get a CAT scan. He said, these are two separate things. He said from here to here. He said this two. He think it's a tumor. Say he think it's a tumor, and I need to get a CAT scan done. Now, if all of you know, you know, CAT scans are expensive. Expensive. So I'm like, he tells me it might be a tumor. I was like, okay, so I go get the next day. I went on a Thursday to my family doctor. The next day I was put in for the CAT scan. Now this is how my life changed for the worse in 1 week. 1 week. Stay with me. Stay with me. Where's your drink? Where you gonna take a sip, baby? I should have got my water. Hold on, let me get my water. Okay, Virgo, I got my water. So the next day, I had to go for a CAT scan. Went in, got my well, no. The first CAT scan I got, they took it from my shoulder, because mind you, I had a knot here, shoulder up, CAT scan. Okay. Got the result. He called me on Monday and asked me to come in. This is emergency call that my family doctor asked me and my family to come in. Mind you, I went through this in a week time. I've been through a roller coaster. Roller coaster. You hear me? You hear me? Yeah. Yeah. That part. So he calls us in. We go in. My doctor was telling me that they didn't see anything here, but they saw something here. He said the very sad news is that they believe that you have lung cancer. Yeah. And me and my family was like, what? It's like we all just shocked and said, what? How? I've never, listen, Virgo, I've never smoked a day in my life. Now, back in school, I might have smoked a little bit of weed, back then when it was the little roll up with the little top papers back in high school somewhere, I was, okay. But I never smoked. And so, even though he told me that, my beautiful Virgos, even though he told me that, even though my doctor told me that, my intuition did not receive it. I just did not receive it. I hear you. I hear what you're saying, and I wasn't in denial. I heard him, but I just didn't receive it. He said, so we're going to do another CAT scan. Mind you, my beautiful Virgos, those CAT scans are very, very expensive, especially the beginning of the year with your medical, with my medical, my job, my medical expense, card and stuff. Everything's in the beginning, so there's copay. There are deductibles that hasn't been met yet because the year just started. So you know what that means. So I had to go for a second CAT scan. This time the CAT scans from my whole chest. My kids' nerves tore up. Everybody just tore up. We all, it just. But I went home that night from the first CAT scan when he gave us that diagnosis that I may have lung cancer. And I went home and I didn't really cry. I just kind of thought about it. I said, well, Lord, if it's my time to go, I've served my purpose here. I've tried to help as many people as I possibly can to help heal you, to help bring you, to help you bring your vibration up and your energy, and so that you can live the best life for you. I've served my purpose. If it's my time. When he told me that, my whole life was spinning. My whole life was spinning. My whole life was spinning. Spinning. And sometimes I still get emotional. This is the second week, and I still get emotional about it. That's why I say you can't judge a book by its cover. I smile behind my pain. That's what helps me get through each day. Mind you, this has been a week. I mean, it's only been a couple of days that my life has been turned upside down. Upside down. Do you hear me? So don't nobody ever sit and think that I have not been through anything. Honey, I've been through a lot in my life. And I know from the time I was born, I was born into this world to help change this world. When I was born, my mom always told me I was born with a veil over my face. I could see, when I was younger, before you really actually get into the world of sin, I can foresee things before they happen. Now that I've got, growed up and got into the world of sin, I've got, I can do, it'll come to me sometimes here and there, but I was brought into this world to help heal people. And I said, God, if it's my time, then I've served my purpose. But when I went home that night from the first CAT scan, my doctor told me that he think it's lung cancer. I just started praying. I just said, you know what, Lord, I just started, because I'm a healer. God has given me that gift. God has given me the gift of healing. And I started speaking life over me. And I started speaking the blood, speaking the blood of God over my life. That's why I smile like I smile. I've learned how to tame the beast within me. I've learned how that everybody's actions does not deserve my reactions. So when I see negative comments and things like that on my channel, I give it no energy, because they don't know who they're messing with. I am walking karma. So back to it, my beautiful Virgos, because I feel like we can talk. I feel like I can be transparent and you won't judge me. I never smoked a day in my life. Never. But I have had a lot of problems with pneumonia. So my kids asked the doctor, well, could this come from a pneumonia? He said no, this could be chemicals, like a chemical environment or something. So we came home, and like I said, I was thinking. I wasn't really crying. I might have shed some tears, but I was just thinking. I was just trying to figure my life. My head was spinning. My head was spinning, Virgo. My head was spinning. So I went to the second CAT scan on a Wednesday, the 21st. I went for my second CAT scan. Mind you, these CAT scans are very expensive. Now, I have insurance, but I haven't met my deductible. Mind you, I've been out of work for 2 weeks, off and on, digging myself in a hole, wondering what am I going to do? This is how my life turned upside down. I carry my pain with smile. You'll never know what I've been through not unless I tell you. And God had me to share this with somebody that's watching me right now, that miracles happen every single day. God said, I got to show you what miracles look like so that you can tell somebody your story. I got to tell, this has to happen in your life so you can tell your story. That miracles happen every day. Virgo, whoever you are, it may look one way, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's what the final answer is going to be. So I went in for the second CAT scan. And the lady said, "What are you in here for?" Back at the back. And I said, "Well, they told me I'm diagnosed with lung cancer." I kid you not, I think God spoke through her to me. That lady said, "Who told you that?" She said, "Who told you that?" I said, "That's what my doctor told me, that they think that may be lung cancer." She said, "I've done CAT scans a lot of years," and she said, "There's no way that they should make that type of decision until we know it's levels to it where you have to get biopsies and all that to find out if it is. But I want you to stay positive." And when she told me that, Virgo, I just held my head. When she told me that, she said, "Just stay positive." Now, she don't know that I'm positive thoughts and energy. She don't know that. I said, "Okay." They took it this time, my whole chest this time. So I walked out. She said, "I don't want you to go home worried. I want you to just keep a positive mind and everything. And we're going to send this over to the doctor and everything." So this was Wednesday, Thursday. My doctor called me Thursday, the 22nd. All I can remember hearing, Virgo, is the lady telling me, "Who told you that? Who told you that?" That's all I kept playing in my head. Who told you that? Mind you, I went through a whirlwind in 1 week, a whirlwind of my life. My life was shattered for a moment. My life, my family's life was shattered because I didn't know how long I have to live. So I come to you today to let you know that whoever your higher source, God has the last say so. Keep believing, even keep believing, keep staying positive, even in the midst of the storm. Even in the midst of the storm. And I know it's like it's hard not. How can you be positive in the midst of a storm? Because Spirit Guys, God said, "I need you to." Because in that storm, there is a story. My beautiful Virgos. So I get a phone call on a Thursday afternoon and said, my doctor said, "Positive." I'm not going to say my name, say positive. Thoughts and energy. Because I'm not going to say my name. Um, We set you up appointment for Monday the 26th to go see the lung doctor. And she tells me that it's a scar. It's scars. Scar tissue. Scars. She said that was a scar. That was a scar. It's several. It's a scar. It's like a little line. It's a scar. I said, no. I said, that's God. I said, I was healed. I was healed, baby. She said it was a scar. I said, you said what? She said it's scars. I said, honey, when I tell you, I don't think I've cried as hard as I cried on Thursday afternoon. I might have cried harder than when my mom passed away. My eyes were so swollen because I know without a shadow of a doubt that God had already healed me. That when that woman told me, who told you so? God spoke through her to me to say, who told you that? Because I got the last say so. My life was turned upside down overnight into the light. I am healed by his stripes. I am healed. They said it was scars. It's not cancer. But we're going to keep an eye on it and come back in about 4 months to see if anything changed. Let me tell you something. When I tell you, Virgo, when I tell you that miracles happen every single day, you better believe it. You better believe it. God can take your circumstances, change your life in a matter of overnight. My life was torn up. The devil thought, whoever the enemy thought that they had me, whoever was trying to put something against me, it did not prosper. Now, whoever it was, it just ricocheted back to whoever it was. And baby, let me tell you something. Whoever was trying to project their sickness onto me, they shouldn't have never done that. Because the God, the high spirit that I have in my life, they're going to wish they never done that. Miracles, baby. I am sitting here before you. God say, no, you're going to be here another 30 years. It ain't your time to go because you got work to do. You got work to do. Positive thoughts and energy. You got work to do. Period. That's why I say, baby, don't you give up. I don't care what the diagnosis say. Don't you give up. And don't you fret. Don't you fret because of evildoers, because they will soon be cut off like the green grass. Fret not thyself, baby. They're going to get their day. Whoever has tried to come against you, going to get their day. My beautiful Virgos, they're going to get their day. Karma is real. And when you're messing with a chosen one, you were messing with someone that is here to help. Oh, baby, they're going to wish they never did. God is having me right now. My higher source, spirit guys, is having me to tell you, to be transparent with you, that I am your walking miracle. I'm your walking miracle. I am the miracle. Where the enemy thought he was going to turn my life upside down, God said, phew, boof, right back at you. You won't touch this one. Boom, right back at you. I am here for a reason. And I'm going to be here till God say so. So, I'm just saying, if you can find it in your heart, I have a Cash.app and I have PayPal. It doesn't matter what you donate to me. It will be so helpful to me. so helpful. And I do not like to ask for anything. But because of my situation and my circumstances that has caused me to be out of work, where whoever it was trying to drag me down, it did not work. I love you guys. And I just want to say thank you for being a part of my journey. Thank you for being a part of me. Keep believing, even through the midst of the storm. When you can't see nothing, when you're blindsided, sideways by something, God can turn your circumstances into miracles. Until next time.